actually.
What up, everybody?
But what's up, people? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Hope it's going well for you. Chris, how are you doing today, though, man? How's it going?
Today has been one of the most productive, run all over the place, get a bunch of shit done that I'm still trying to figure out just how much I got done today, and I'm still got more to do, but it feels so good because it has been a long time that I felt like this in those moments. So we just rolling, buddy. We just rolling.
Yeah, man, hell yeah. And me and Chris were just talking earlier, and I was telling him like how much more energized I've been feeling since we've been reviewing these indie films and getting back to that more, like how a lot of you know me from, like that, you know. Yes, I did the big movie reviews. I always did and I always will, but I really dove into that indie scene
Yep.
early on, and yeah, it's awesome, man.
It's so dope.
It's awesome. It just brings back like this. Dadpool was good, man. Was good. How's it going? How's it going?
What up, DP? Good to see you, brother.
But it just brings back like just this energy I remember having before. And not that I've lost energy, but it's just like a different kind, so to speak. And the reason why I say this is because, like with the indie films, you're talking to people who are. I'm not talking talent wise, as far as recording a film. I'm just talking like where we're at or where they started. We're around that same area. You know what I mean? Like we have some. Now I'm not saying I'm on that level, of course, but as far as like if I ever wanted to do something and have to use the green screen, I know how to use a green screen because of my podcast, because of getting help from Worst Damn Gamer and our friend Dreams the Creator. So shit like that is cool and fun, and I know what to do with it. You know what I mean? So it's just it's nice. Hey, you wanna hop on with us? I'll send you a link.
Hell yeah, let's go.
If you wanna hop on, I'll send you a link. You can hop right on with us.
Got his notebook out with notes. My guy. My fucking guy.
But yeah, guys, with that being said, be on the lookout for a lot more. Like I told you guys, Thursday's gonna be the fan film / indie. I got some cool stuff. I have some fun stuff coming up. I do have some fun stuff coming up. Worst Damn Gamer knows about it. Like right after this, we're diving into some fun stuff. That's as far as I'm getting with that.
Yep.
I got something fun in between that, and then just some more, just some more fun. But I will say this because I was thinking about this earlier, and I know again, just saying this, going over this, reiterating this again. Thursdays are going to be fan film / indie days. But if I have an interview and say they can show up on the Tuesday show and not the Thursday show, Tuesday will become for that week. They'll just flip flop. If indie has the switch for Tuesday or whatever, you know what I mean? Then I'll switch for indie, and the regular movie will just go on that Thursday. Of course, we'll still do the wheel spin and all that for both the fan film / indie wheel and the regular wheels, which I would love to have eventually have like an indie wheel and a fan film wheel. You know what I mean? So that way, just so there's a little bit of separation. So you know when you're going with the indie, you're getting like an original story, and when you're going with the fan film, you're getting a fan film. Right now they're going to be mixed because I don't have much of a lot yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there, and I'm so freaking excited for it, man. Like it's I don't know, it's a rush. It's a rush. Again, it just brings like an extra fun energy, inspirational energy. Like I got a lot of inspiration from having Peter and Jason on for these past few episodes.
Yep.
Peter, I was actually on like the past 3. He was on 3 out of the past few, and Jason was. They were both gracious enough to be on the last 2 as well from last week. So, and there'll be more. There will be more.
And I just gotta say, homie Pete was like, just reach out. So get ready, dude, because I got some questions.
Yes.
and we got some processes that we're about to be working on. So we would greatly appreciate any feedback and any type of contribution of your knowledge and your experience to help us on the journey, because we got here almost all by ourselves. You know what I mean? We had a few people to help us out with certain things and help us along the way and get us going to help us roll, but then we have been just pushing and pushing. So we greatly understand your strives and your tribulations with some of that stuff, and We felt it. We heard you, and I think we're gonna be able to make you proud on some shit.
Yeah, it'll be something. We'll be doing something. We got a few things in mind. A few things in mind. And
You just got to take it out of your mind and put it down on paper now.
actually, I did write one thing on paper, which I'm not going to say on the live. I am not going to say on the live. But I think these type of conversations and these type of fun things, we got to talk about behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely behind the scenes, unless there's a Patreon involved with that. But I think this should be more so behind the scenes, just so it can be like a surprise.
Yeah,
check this out.
Like a lot of this shit that you're gonna start to see, a very dynamic change and evolution coming in a lot of the content and some of the styles of content. And I would have to dare to say the elaboration and scale of some of the content, because we do have big ideas, we have equipment at this point, and we share knowledge, we share shit. So shit's gonna be rolling, people. We appreciate you, and we know, even if you're not here right now, we know it's coming. We know we're gonna catch you. We know we're gonna see you soon.
Yeah. You know that for sure. As you guys can see up here, my Jason masks, they're a little too high. I forgot to put them on the second rings, and we're live now. So next episode, I'll have those fixed. Nice. I meant to have them. The funny thing is, I meant to have them hung up for the whole Camping with Sir Sturdy thing, right?
Yep.
And I remember I told you I ordered 2 masks. They came the day before this whole event started, so I could have had this shit hung up. Nice. And every single time I was like, shit, I'll do it after this episode, or I'll do it after this episode, I'll do it tomorrow. And at least I finally did it. But I mean, I just have to fix it by Thursday. That's it. So let's see how long it takes for me to fix it by Thursday. Let's hope this is still going on, because I'll probably keep these mats hanging up for a little bit. I mean, why not? It's my favorite franchise.
Okay.
But
since we're talking about the masks and it's still Friday the 13th related, before we hop in, do you know how many different masks Jason has worn?
Honestly, I cannot tell you. Like, I know, I mean, if you want to go 1 through 10, there's 10 right there. No. Actually, there's 9. No, there's 10, because he wears 2 different ones in Jason X.
Oh, that's true.
Because you have the, but I don't know.
Did any of them get used twice in another movie? Like, did they use 6 and 7, or 4 and 5, or, you know what I mean? Did any of those masks carry over?
I guess yes and no. I'm not like as much of a fan of them. I'm not that close. I was like as attention to detail, close to detail. If I see the masks side by side, I know which movies they came from. But like just like blank out, I can be honest with you, I'm not sure.
Just thought that popped into my head. I was like, it's an interesting question.
That's a good thought.
Wasn't sure if you could answer it or not. Maybe Dadpool can. But if not, good old Uncle Googly. But I'll keep looking for it while we start going.
Wish Kylie a happy birthday. That's our co-host for the Camping with Sir Sturdy's daughter. That's why he's not here tonight. So happy birthday to your daughter, man.
Happy birthday.
And yeah, happy birthday from Sir Sturdy from WORSTDAM. Hope you have a great birthday. And Jason will probably be back on Thursday, though. He'll be back on Thursday for Voorhees. That's going to be a fun review. That's going to be a fun review right there. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm excited for it.
I'm looking forward to that one, especially since, people were, according to Jason and Peter, mentioning it in the same light as their movies.
Yeah.
Like if they were supposed to be competing or whatnot. And like he said, that was absolutely not the case. But I'm still excited, because that means it's got to be somewhere on the tier of the level. And I'm basing it off of Jason's as my benchmark. You know what I mean? Jason and Pete's Vengeance. So, or Vengeance 2.
Yeah. Yeah, those, oh my gosh, those were so good.
Yeah, I almost sat down and watched it again the other day, because I was like, man.
Those were so good.
Just for a quick thing, according to Fandom, Friday the 13th, there were 6 different masks worn throughout the series. Jason had the burlap mask, He only used it in part 2, which was abandoned when Jason would have wounded Ginny. And then he said the mask makes an appearance again in the remake. But there was a total of only 6 different ones between them. Because that kind of makes sense, because the first one he didn't get seen at all. The second one he's in the burlap. The third one he gets his hockey mask, right?
Yep.
And then the fourth he gets chopped in the hockey mask, right? That's when he got the line on it.
Yep. Final chapter. Yep. I believe he gets hit in 3, but that's when it really gets fucked up, as in the next one. 4.
And then what was 5?
5 was the copycat killer with Roy Burns, because he had the blue mask,
right.
the mask with the blue on it.
Yep.
Jason technically was in the movie in the dreams,
but
in Tommy's dreams, technically he was in the movie, but outside of that, he wasn't in the movie.
Facts. Oh, I gotta lower this shit. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
My bad. I'm over here like, yo, why are my ears being blown out with the spooky music I got going in the background?
Oh, man. Spooky music.
I got synth waves going. Hey, Mr. Sancocho, a.k.a. my brother from another mother. Kelvin was good with the synth wave coming through in the 80s, right? It's his fault that I listened to this.
11, Burlap. Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, Part 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 time. Oh, the remake. 2 in that. Yeah, I forgot all about the remake. And oh shit. If you count that, you got to count Freddy vs. Jason. But
But that was.
You got to count it.
Wasn't that the same mask?
Well,
because technically that should have been the same mask from when he pulled the mask down.
It depends on when Freddy vs. Jason comes into picture, like comes into the story. Like when I don't know when it comes into the story. I know it came out after all those films, all the original films of Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street came out. But I don't know if it came out. When did it come out? Like 2003?
What, Freddy vs. Jason?
Yeah, something like that, right?
Wasn't it? Wasn't it like 9? No, it wasn't that. No, that was the remake.
That was the remake.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was like 02, 03. Because I think I was still in the city. I think I still saw that down before I went to college.
2003. What did I say?
Yeah, you said about 2003.
Okay. Okay, but technically it wasn't the one from 3 in a sense, I guess you could say. It was another variation of 3, so we could add that as an extra mask.
And yeah, they said they changed it entirely to make it reminiscent of the one from 3.
Yeah. So, which was the very first one that he got his mask. Damn, that's another franchise.
So we got Friday 2, 3, the final chapter, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, New Blood, Jason Takes Manhattan. We're past 6.
Shit. Yes.
Jason Goes to Hell. That's Freddy versus Jason. Jason X, which we know had 2.
Okay, so Freddy vs. Jason came out after, or Freddy vs. Jason came out before Jason X?
I didn't think so, but I'm going to go double check now. Let me see. Does this give me the year?
So Freddy vs. Jason came out in 03. And then you got to see when X came out.
I got you.
X, go and give it to you. Rest in peace to DMX, by the way.
01. So Jason X came out in 01, and then a few years later, it got the Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay. That's fair.
Bro, that's crazy. That's 2003. That movie still holds up so well.
I agree.
I love Freddy vs. Jason.
It's fun, and it's... we should probably review that one of these days.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I kind of want to... I'm going to say this shit on the live, Chris, and I hope that you're just in for it.
Always.
But a fun way to get through some horror franchises...
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We do like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
Okay.
One episode. Part 1. The next episode, Part 2. Each episode, we review each movie, see which ones we like better, see which franchises we actually... Even though I'm a Jason fan and you're a Freddy fan, And yes, you can use this. You can use all your Jason, your friend. You know what I mean? Your favorite, whatever kind of points you want to add to that movie, you can add that. That's fair because it's your favorites.
Okay.
And just see like where you go with those ratings. And like I want to see. I was just talking to Francis the other day. I was like, I want to see more Friday the 13th films. Like after watching all these fan films, and Nightmare on Elm Street is one I've gone through a few times, but of course not nowhere near as many as Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same with you, but vice versa. I could be wrong.
Wait, what? The fan films?
No. The regular films, not the fan films. Regular films.
Oh, I've seen them all multiple times. I own the box set from Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, but I'm
Comes
saying
with New Nightmare and all that.
You've seen Nightmare on Elm Street more than Friday the 13th, right? Because that's more of your favorite, or no?
I would say yes. It's probably just slightly, barely, honestly, though. But yes.
No, okay, so yeah, because for me, it's by far I've seen Friday the 13th more. So I think that would be fun. And then end it off with Freddy versus Jason. So I have to line those up. I got to do movie versus movie, like remake versus remake, of course, and then one through whatever Nightmare on Elm Street goes to.
Yep.
So I got it. So we'll go from one to one, one from wherever Nightmare on Elm Street goes to. I don't know how far Nightmare on Elm Street goes to, and then we'll do Freddy versus Jason to knock it off, to cap it off.
Shit, now you got me fucking looking like an absentee fan over here. I'm like, wait, it was fucking, was it 9 and then New Nightmare and then Freddy versus Jason and then the new remake, I think. So I'm gonna double check.
All right, I'll look up Friday the 13th. I think it's 12. Yeah.
We got to get better at having these facts ready for all these people. Nightmare on
No, I was right. There's 12 of Friday the 13th
movies. All right, so
look at this. See, people sometimes we just come up with some ideas right on the live and give it to you right on the live.
Nine Nightmare on Elm Streets with the TV series, the novel, and the books and various other media. But yep, 9 films,
9 movies. Okay, so
in the franchise. Now I don't know if that includes New Nightmare. It does. Includes Freddy versus Jason and.
So it's Freddy versus Jason, the last one, though, part 9, technically.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Freddy's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Wes Craven's A New Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Then Freddy versus Jason came out, and then Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake in 2010.
Okay, so what we could do is the remake versus the remake. Freddy versus Jason, that would be part what? 8 or 9, you said, right? 9, right?
Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. No, that would be 8.
Part 8. Okay, so I'd go up against Jason Takes Manhattan if we did that. Unless we did that one as a standalone in between the remakes, because they're both in it. So we'll do the first 7 of each film, because that's like you know what I mean? Because that's like the crossover.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it's on this list here too. That's the funny part. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, then Freddy versus Jason, and then after that is the remake. So that kind of makes sense.
That would be awesome. I have Jason masks, so I could wear a mask. Maybe some days I'll wear it sideways because those masks get hot as fuck.
You dress as Freddy for the movie reviews? That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Nightmare. See, the thing with that is I love the idea, but
the show?
which I do want to check it out. I do want to watch it because I did start it. But
is that a fan film or something, or is that a show?
No, it's a series.
That's what I thought. That was his series. Yeah, back in the day.
But it was like anthology type per episode. You know what I mean? Like every episode was different.
Yeah, it was trying to be like Tales from the Crypt, but with Freddy.
Basically, which was fun. It was cute. But
I feel like he wasn't in it enough for it to be a Nightmare on Elm Street. It felt almost like a Twilight Zone to me.
The first episode, yes. But no, I couldn't. Like, if I was to do a versus with that one, what was I going to say? The Friday the 13th film or series has nothing to do with Jason. It's just like the curse of Friday the 13th and this house thing they're in or whatever. I forgot what it is. It's pretty dope, though. It's pretty dope. But the movies, I think I want to do a versus with that. And then I got to think of a versus for Halloween. I could have did Jason versus Michael, but I feel because we have a Freddy versus Jason movie, it just makes sense to kind of, and end it with that. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Shit. I gotta think of when I want to do that now.
Hey, nothing to it but to do it, baby. We gonna be linking up this weekend too. We can have that be part of the
Ooh.
discussion. Ooh, Pinhead versus Michael. Okay, okay.
I'm liking this versus thing to get through. You know what? Here's how we're gonna get through
We
franchise.
oh my god! I just thought about it. This is gonna be some of the shorts that we do. Put them up against each other. Who would win? Ask the people, pick their vote, and then we'll do some type of thing with a follow-up episode to show who wins the battle. You know what I mean?
I like it. I like it.
I like it. So you guys are gonna have to make sure you're following us on socials.
Should we? Hang on. I'm gonna say this on the live too. Should we have two different results for the endings depending on how the movie reviews go? Is the one that's released? Like how the movie reviews go. Say we do the average for the movie for the overall movie review, and whatever movie wins, that character. That's the video that gets released of that character winning.
Yeah.
Just to make it a little more fun, a little more silly. Why not? So yeah, be on the lookout for some shit, people.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so that's got me excited too as well. So I mean that I think that's a great place for us to segue finally into this movie.
Yeah, we can.
They got enough out of us on what the
Segue.
fuck's gonna happen.
Segue. And this was all just like a boom, throw it out there because we're gonna
That's it.
just keep pulling in, pull your friends and family and your loved ones in, your enemies, everybody, because this wants to be a beautiful, united place over here. Camping with Search 30 now, but Horror with Search 30, the overall show, and just talking some horror. Tonight we're talking some indie. We're gonna be talking some indie for the next few weeks, and then we're gonna be bouncing around back into some other stuff. But okay, Worst Damn.
Yep.
What do you rate this movie? What do you rate this movie, good sir?
I'm gonna have to be honest. This was probably on the lower scale for me.
Okay.
As far as basing it on these fucking things for several reasons. We'll get into them in a minute. I'm gonna give this one a 4. I'm gonna give this one a 4.
Okay. Oh man, this is tough. I'm I'm giving this one a 1. I'm just same thing I gave the last movie I reviewed. It just I tried. Deadpool gave it a 2, and it just there was a lot of things that bothered me with this one, and I feel like it was things that were kind of simple fixes. But I'm no actor, but I just feel you said 3, right? Worst name?
Yeah. No, I said 4. I said 4.
Sorry, okay. All right. But I had like there is the way Jason was moving really bothered me, and it's not even from what because Vengeance was fucking damn near perfect. I think I gave Vengeance 2 or 10,
Yep.
but it wasn't even his movements because his movements were amazing. But this guy just like it felt like when he was creeping. Like, hang on, let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can try to do the little like when he was trying to like creep up, like creep jog. He was like creeping down, like crouching down, and just kind of it didn't. What the fuck was that? What was that? Like, just stand up, be regular, be normal, walk normal. That too, clean it. Like, yo, I'm not mad that you bought it brand new because you wanted something to be new, clean, fresh. You don't want it to stink. But you're in the woods,
rolling around in mud and the leaves and shit.
Throw some fake blood on it. The pants too. Like he looked way too. And that was my argument with which. Okay, I will, because I am gonna be digging in this movie's ass a lot tonight. I will. I'm trying to be a better man. I'm trying to be a better man with the positivity. You know what I mean? And hit that target in the background. Bullseye. Seen that? But no, the mask, like overall, I did like the look of Jason in this movie for the most part. Again, it should have been a dirty suit, but they got the colors right for the most part. But again, should have just been dirty, grungy. The mask too. They should have wore gloves. I say black gloves. The reason why I say this is because you see the guy's hands a few times. He has some hand tattoos.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't, I don't know makeup very well. If I don't know the budget for that. I don't know, maybe it'd probably be cheaper just to throw on a pair of black gloves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or just some gardener gloves, the yellow ones like he's used before.
Something. But to go like the way they did, just because the tattoos, it was just like it just for me. It took away. I'm sorry. I'm nitpicky with some things sometimes. And you know what? I feel like this movie is gonna suffer from the vengeance of vengeance.
Seriously.
Because that movie was both of them. Roseblood was dope too. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But Vengeance and Vengeance were just on another level.
Mm-hmm.
Vengeance Part 2 was just phenomenal.
Bro, and it just still boggles my mind that Roseblood was Pete's first fucking attempt. You know what I mean? Ever. So it's like, bro.
I can't wait to see more from him.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see more from Jason. I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait. Like, I can't wait to have these guys on for another interview. And I know we're gonna have one of them on. I don't know when. Actually, no. I do know when. Peter's gonna be back on for the Fall of Camp Blood.
That's right.
Because he had a part of that. The director's coming on, and we have a special guest coming on as well. But you guys will find out when you tune in that night. I believe it's July 25th, Thursday. So yeah, again, tell everybody you know because it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun one. Going back to this one though, man, like the way Jason moved really bugged me. His hands bothered me. The way
he was good. Thanks for coming through.
Was good, Jayhan. The way he was like kind of stalking them.
Yeah,
I didn't like when it was from a distance. Jason wasn't too bad, but as soon as they did the close-up shots, I'm like, you're seeing too much of the. And maybe if it was shot at night and he was walking like that, you wouldn't notice it as much. But certain things, like certain mistakes that they can fix or cover up, I feel like I'm not going to say they did it on purpose. They're being lazy because they probably tried the best they could, and they're like, and I'm sure they busted their ass. So not bashing that. I'm just talking about the actual film.
Word.
And again, if you're a person that reviews podcasts, you don't like this shit, fucks 30, that's fine. That's fine. Make the hashtag. I'll hashtag it too. You know why I'll hashtag it? More views over here. But no, seriously. Like, and I think it's a big reason why I think this too is because I'm such a Friday the 13th fan. I'm not gonna say like I'm a super diehard, know every fucking thing about every fucking thing about every fucking thing about it. I don't have that kind of time. But just to, you know what I mean, be the type of fan that I am since I was a child. Now I'm a grown ass man still watching the same films and loving these same films and enjoying these fan films, really loving the fan films, but this one just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And I wish it did. Like, I was really hoping it would get good, it would get decent, it would get better. And it just kind of like it got up to a certain point and then just kind of
sizzled down. Yep.
Hold up. You
felt
tell me. Hang on.
Yeah,
Let me take my headphones off for this one. Let me take my headphones off for this one. You mean to tell me you don't see a motherfucker with a mask on standing right outside the window like this? Just standing right outside a big ass window, and no one sees that shit? How? How does that make any sense? It doesn't. It makes no sense.
Shit. I'm sorry. Can I throw a joke out there?
Oh yeah.
You don't even need the mask. Just stand outside people's windows. They'll call.
I hope so. I hope so.
They'll call.
This motherfucker was just looking. I'm the right complexion. So I'm the right complexion for them to call though.
I love it. I love it that now you're doing it as Jason right now. It's fucking dope.
Oh man, I had to, man. I just had to. Look.
Wait. Do we call you Jason or Blakeson? Like Black Jason?
Sturdy Voorhees.
Okay, Sturdy Voorhees.
I'll even change my last name. Remember how to do it. It's been so damn long. Do I change my name? Oh, you know what? Is it in settings? No. How you change your name in this? You remember? Oh, right here. Edit name.
Yeah, edit name.
Right up top.
Yeah, so okay, so I'm just gonna go down the list of my reasons why I gave it a 4, and I'm being kind of nice to it, but just for the simple fact that these are fan films. If this was, let's say, something that was going up against a real feature film or one of the other movies we would normally review, this would probably be like a 2-3. But it's a fan film. You guys put in effort. You guys did a great job with certain things that I really like that I value, which is like clarity of image, settings, stuff like that. Did a great job. But when it came to the acting was subpar. When it came to really subpar, and some people were so much drier than at some point I was like, okay, so that's going to be the worst acting scene. And then it just kept happening, and then it kept getting worse. And I was like, oh boy. But it didn't take away too much from the story itself. I just wish the story would have been delivered more in a like you're really that person kind of way. You know, you're the actor who's pretending to really be that person, not just like you just happen to remember your lines.
Yeah.
And then the shit you said with certain things with details, it's so vital, especially right now where everything is so crystal clear and you can see everything. You got to make sure that you cover your tracks on certain things or you edit certain things a certain way. And then that segues me into the next thing that killed me was the editing itself. Lip sync and audio was fucking off. It was horrible. The fucking the music they chose was by Manfredini, which was great because it literally sounds like it was right out of the franchise itself. Fucking dope. Great. Probably the best part of the thing besides the visuals for me. But when it comes to the editing, the chopping, how they did it and how they segue to not show the violence to certain things, and then just their timing was off. They should have tightened it up a little bit, made things a little bit better with transitions and how fast certain things change, not real slow and it's there and then it's back to another angle and then back to sky view. And it was like I'm literally doing it in the motion of what it felt like their switches were in the scenes. It wasn't like and then arm off the guy or whatever, you know what I mean? Stab, boom, blood. No, it was he's coming. He's here. He's stabbing. He's not. Like, I was like, damn, man. They could have been just the opportunities to make it just that much better.
A grizzle. I definitely agree with you on that. And again, it's small things. And it just... But I feel like they probably did their best. And again, maybe they're on a time frame and they're on a certain budget. So you do...
Yeah.
I'll give you bail for that. So I gave it a 1 instead of being real negative about it.
Yeah.
But Deadpool, I will agree with you on this. The callbacks, Halloween 3, when you had the 3 masks. You had the witch, the skeleton, and the pumpkin.
Yep, dude walking down the streets.
Duff Beer, Simpsons.
Yep.
Why was Vicky from part 2 in this?
I have no clue either. She was there for a couple seconds, really. It's like, why? The other thing, too, with some of the throwbacks and stuff like that, it was super dope, but there was another one that you what did you say? They talked about the Manhattan. They talked about Headfield. Oh, for me, it was kind of cool to see because I actually, like, I was watching. I was like, I fucking been here. And I'm looking, and then I caught, like, the license plates. I was like, is this fucking Connecticut? It's Connecticut, I think, or some shit. Or Jersey. I was like, wait, I've been here. And then they talked about Lake George, which is 45 minutes from us. I was like, oh shit, I've been here. I've fucking been there. Like, I was like, dude, that's dope.
Yo, where they're at, like, it was in this movie and it was in a couple other movies we watched. I know it was in at least one of them, probably more. But Blairstown is where, not too far from there is where the camp is. Maybe like 20 minutes from there, half hour from there tops. Where I did the tour. But that shit was... And there's parts in Blairstown that were in the original movie as well. But that, oh man, I can't wait to go back. It was, But even before that, Deadpool, even before that, why was Jason just on top of shit out of nowhere? You guys remember that shit? Like this motherfucker was just standing on shit. He at first the one chick was walking down to that beat up ass dock, and she looks up and Jason's just like standing on the fucking. I'm supposed to be the lifeguard thing is what I'm assuming, but that should look. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like why the fuck is he standing there? Why is he just standing up there? Later in the movie, where he's standing on top of the cabin, I'm like, for what? Yes, I know in the remake he was standing on top of the cabin, but he jumped down and he did some damage. He was actually doing something. This one, he was just fucking standing there. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It was. It was rough. This movie would get 0 hockey masks from me. I'll tell you that right now. None. Trying to be nice. Trying to be nice, but no. No. Because, mm-mm, mm-mm. That's all I'm saying, people. Is no, no, no. I tried my best with this one, and it just. I don't even know how to explain it. It was. I don't know. I was kind of excited to watch it, and I was let down. I guess that's the best way I can describe the feeling I'm getting from it right now.
Hmm.
None of us can, man. I don't regret watching it though. That's the funny thing. Like I don't regret watching it. I just wish it was better. I guess. Obviously I wish it was better, but it's just like I don't even know. You know what? I'll say I wish I watched it already. I wish like this was one of the first movies I watched, and say tonight was like Roseblood, and Thursday was like just some shit like that. That's what's in my mind right now. But this movie's before we're done with it, we don't got to watch it again. So, and I watched it. I can give it that. I did watch it, and again, I do give the people credit in case you ever do see this. If you do or not, I do give you guys credit for creating this film. So kudos for that. Definitely kudos for that. Um, I would watch more of your guys' stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'll watch more of your guys' stuff. See
Yeah.
where things improved. Of course, love to have you guys on. Maybe we can make that happen. And yeah, because I'm not mad at it. I can nitpick some things to
Yeah.
where even keeping the story similar, maybe have some more kills. Just even if you have just like extras in the movie, just to kind of kill off. So you don't have to have the boring story part, or
See,
the nightmares and shit.
and I wasn't mad at the nightmares. I kind of enjoyed the story of this movie and the aspect and the premise of it. Like the potential is there. If I were to redo this or reshoot it or whatnot, redo the project or remaster or whatever you want to call it, remake it, I
Mm-hmm.
would just concentrate on the talent and I would concentrate on the edit for the final fit and finish. Because I think if that was there, I probably would have given this like a 7. You know what I mean? I
You
would have
know
been
what I
like,
will
this is
say though.
kind of fair. Like, this is good. This wasn't
You
horrible.
you know what I want to say, and I believe Peter brought this up on one of the last episodes. It's either Peter or Jason. I don't remember which. I don't remember who said it, but I'm just saying, just in case. Um, you can get away with a bad, say like an overall bad fan film of Friday the 13th, as long as there's a really good Jason. And this one right here didn't have a really good Jason, so now you see all the other faults. You know what I mean? Like if you have a really good, phenomenal Jason in a movie like this, but the Jason looks dope, the kills are dope. Let's say because everything involving Jason is really cool. So I had to lack on some other things. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of be like, okay, so they really did it up for Jason. They kind of told the story. They did this. They had some really cool kills. This, that, and the third. Then you shoot a little more bail. Like, okay, you know what? Maybe this movie's a 2.5. Maybe this movie's a 3 for me. Maybe. But when you don't like, again, I don't know their budget. I'm not trying to bullshit. I'm not trying to talk too much shit. But I'm just saying, just from what I got and from me being a fan, like I am, um, I don't know. I just feel just adding a little bit as far as changing his walk, like really changing that walk, really practicing on that walk. Maybe I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to, but maybe practicing the walk, figuring the walk, not copying any of the walks, but kind of studying them and making it your own. Kind of like how we were talking about on the Vengeance episodes, where Jason was saying how he did watch all the other Jasons, and then they told him, I believe he said Steve Dash, rest in peace to him, to kind of make his own, do his own thing. Don't watch them, just do his own thing. And he did a fucking phenomenal job. I'm not saying you have to do exactly what he did, because that's not doing your own thing, but do your own thing. And kind of, maybe if anything, if you have to take a little bit of inspiration from the movie or the film that you're kind of portraying, but make it your own 99.9%, if not 100, honestly. Portray it by dressing as close to the Jason as you can, maybe doing similar kills in the movie as paying homage. But as far as the walk, I say make it your own. Make it your own so it stands out. Make it your own so it stands out. But yeah, I feel like if they practice on the walk and covered his hands either with some sort of makeup or some sort of gloves, like Chris was saying, the gardener gloves, black gloves, whatever, just to cover the tattoos. And another reason why I say that is because, in my opinion, for me, for a horror movie, if I see tattoos on someone like a Jason, I don't take it as serious. You know what I mean? Because I feel that would be more so in, like, not to be any type of way, but like a gangster movie, or like a not even just that, like an action, even like an action movie, not a horror movie though, where like, and I don't mean like a serial killer type. I mean like where it's like a Jason, Michael, Freddy. I don't see them having tattoos on their hands.
Gotcha.
Or they'll have gloves on them. That's just me. That's just me. I'm not saying any other type of horror villain or whatever, if a new villain, let's say, or whatever. But for those guys, for the ones that are already established, I don't see them having tattoos on their hands, exposed at all, honestly. But yeah, I would say cover that up, fix the walk, and I'd probably bump this movie up to a 2.5, maybe a 3, even maybe a 3. But if you fix those few things, and another huge important thing is dirtying up the gear for Jason, dirtying up that gear. That shit has to be dirty. That shit has to look grungy. That shit has to look dirtied up.
Yeah.
Roll around in the dirt. Roll around in some dirt.
Nah, they were just gonna return them shits to Target. They still had the tags on it.
I seen that. But I mean, shit. Stuff like that, just little things like that would help. Just little things, little detail like that would help. And I'm noticing the more I've been doing this podcast, I've been watching these films, of course. But actually, this podcast, Popcorn and Pints, being on Worst Damn Gamers podcast, and other podcasts that I've been on, guest on, or Scary Snobs, Scene Snobs, so many other shows. Any last words? And just Three Geeks, and I'll be on there soon. And many other shows that I've been on and I will be on. But what I'm getting at is, like, I've watched so many and reviewed so many freaking movies. It's making me really, really appreciate like the small detail of film in general, especially horror, to the point to where it's like, when it's that small detail, the stuff that I feel is simple, and it could be just as far as they don't know how to do the makeup on there. Maybe when they were doing the shoots, they forgot the gloves, didn't have time to go back and get the gloves. Shit like that happens. I get it. I understand. But I'm just saying, like, those little small details make a difference for me. I don't know about everybody else, but they make a difference for me. It's the same thing with, like, how I say a lot about showing emotion, like in film, especially in horror. For me, again, it's my favorite genre. It's what I watch the most. But like, actually looking scared, actually looking mad, actually looking sad, like selling it with your body language, but especially your face, especially because you could kind of make your body, you know what I mean? You can kind of be limp and all this other shit, and kind of make your body whatever to be that kind of, or be stiff to be kind of tough. But if you're not selling it with your face, it's not working for me. And that's a little bit they did in this. Some of it I can tell takes practice and all that. So they did try that, the emotion part, but just the little things with Jason. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Again, I want to keep saying I do give them credit for making this film, for actually trying, for actually putting some content out there and doing it, and just saying, fuck it, I don't care, I'm doing this. Huge shout out to you guys. And again, I would love to connect with you guys. I would love to watch more of your content and review more of your content, more of your movies, if you did anymore, or you're working on anymore. And I would love to have you guys on the podcast for a fun review, for a fun discussion, for a fun interview, I should say. So if anybody has any contact with them, please let me know. Because that'd be cool. It'd be dope. Be real dope. You got anything else to say about this one though? Worst damn?
No, I just wish it was better. Like I said, those are the two things that I think would just elevate it so much more. Is if the effort was a little bit better there, and the acting was a little bit more natural, and then just the editing. Because I'm so detail oriented with certain things like that it's like, nope, you missed. No, you missed. I could have looked past the hand tats. You know what I'm saying? I could have looked past the fake arm, but the chops for it and all, and then like you said, the weird trying to make it your own. You made it into a fucking T-Rex. You made him into a fucking dancing T-Rex.
No, you know what you made it into? Cartoon Frankenstein from
oh shit,
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
The way he runs, big ass hands and shit. That's what you did. You were watching Scooby, and that's the walk you picked up. That was like the walk for every fucking monster on there with the big ass hands. Was that goofy ass fucking?
Was it me, or was it that the knife looked a little too small too? The fucking machete.
They had Michael Myers' knife, basically, maybe a little smaller than that. Jason has a machete, not a kitchen knife. I wouldn't even be mad if you had to go out and get a fucking styrofoam machete, a plastic machete, and just kind of make it look shinier. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't have to show the kills up close. But or an axe, because Jason did also use an axe. So I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad if you had something bigger than if you had an axe, a machete, something, long range type. Shit. He ended up using a sickle in one of the last movies we watched. That was dope. A sickle. Yeah. So be creative again, people. Yes, we want to see the machete at least once in the film. At least once, 1 or 2 kills. But be creative with the kills as well. You don't have to, do your own thing with them. But don't use the kitchen knife anymore, please. Not for like every damn kill. Yeah, he should have had the axe through the whole movie, if you ask me. Maybe 1 or 2 kills with the knife just because it's there. But for the most part, Jason's going after the big ass weapons. I got a couple things to say, right? First thing, I'm gonna get right back to that Deadpool, but first thing, just because it's on my mind, I'm going to say this a couple minutes ago, the fucking sound effects for every fucking thing was unnecessary. It didn't make sense. It took away from if it was a kill going on, if it was somebody getting hit, whatever. It just took away from that part of it. So we have the silly ass sound effects. I say just leave it as natural as you can. Don't do any type of extra sounds. And that would have helped right there. It may not have helped the rating too much for me, maybe a 1.2, but the sound, it just made it too, I guess, cartoony for me in a sense. Again, so you got the sound effects, you got the Scooby sound effects, and the Scooby runs. The gurgling was awful. It was yeah. But again, I guess with that kind of stuff is, I don't know if it's the first film or not, or the first couple of films, they're just doing something. So again, credit to you guys for doing it, for putting it out there. Kudos to you guys. Kudos. And again, I want to see more of your stuff. But this wasn't it for me. This wasn't it. So I'm trying to throw, with these reviews, a little positive in with the negative, such if it's going to be a mostly negative thing on the actual film. A little positive in there. Of course, you guys did it and all that good stuff, and a few things I could pull out. But yeah, I got to stick with my one on this one. I tried my best. I tried my best to kind of like pull some stuff out for it, but there's just a couple things. Again, you cover the hands for me. That helps a little bit. Just a couple things helps. Maybe bumps up half a point, maybe 0.1, 0.2, whatever, but it helps a little bit. And those little things help. I mean, I know you guys are Jason fans. I know you guys are diehard Friday the 13th fans because you made a film about it. So you guys know the nitpicky stuff that was going to happen. And I get it. I respect it. You got what you got. You have what you have. Maybe all the stuff that you guys had, you just had it. And it's like, hey, I got a camera. You have the Jason stuff. You have this. You have this. Hey, my uncle has a cabin. We can go up there and rent. I respect that. Or however you guys did it, I respect that 1,000%. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. The music really was the best.
The song from Part 5, The Party. I mean, you had
I mean, it was hairy, man.
The banjo music in part one, or sorry, from part one, was playing in the pickup truck at some point when they were driving up to the camp. So they had some. I like how they did pay homage to the originals in one way or another with certain things. But still, you know, and I agree with you, Deadpool. It's not trashing; you're just giving your opinion on it. And on top of that, I'm saying I want to see more of their stuff. I want to, you know, have you guys on for an interview. I'd love to have that happen. So anybody that knows them, my email is right in the description. Or if you guys are watching this or listening to this, my email is right in the description. Shoot me an email. We can make this happen because this will be a fun thing. Shit. I gotta take this. I'm getting a little warm, guys.
My eyes are sweating myself.
I kept it on for as long as I could. But next time, I'll have it hanging down lower so you guys can actually see it.
So cool.
But I got this.
That one looks official.
This one, thank you. I got this a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to see the guy's name. Church of Horror Rehalls. That's where I got this from. It's a Facebook group. He posts all his stuff in there, but he does some pretty good work, man. He does some really good work, and the masks are fair prices too.
There you go.
I got 2 masks from him. Sorry, I got that one, and I got. Well, you guys will see when I pull them down. But another one up there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, this you thought Michael was showing up?
I honestly thought, I was like, oh boy, here we go. I guess we kind of got used to that because of the past few. You know what I mean? We kind of got used to the guest appearance or the
the references to
the
Easter eggs too, if you want to call it that. But you're right.
Again, it's not that it was horrible. It's just that I just wish it had a few more things to it and a little more attention to detail on the things in certain places where it kind of mattered a little bit more. But that's about it. Again, I like the premise of this. I enjoyed the story. I just wish it was delivered and executed a little bit better from the talent's perspective. And I even could look past the edit stuff if the talent was a little bit better as far as their portrayal and their delivery. But other than that, because that just takes you out of it. That just really takes you out of it, because even the way they're talking is kind of robotic at times, and it's very... The way they did the weird handshake in the garage with the biker dude and shit. Like, there's just so many things that it was just like, you guys clearly did not, like, become your characters.
It's one of those things where, again, I feel like it's... I mean, I don't know how long they were doing this or planning this, but it could be one of those things where just friends, like, hey, man, let's fucking... We're all Friday the 13th fans.
But you're grown-ass people. This looked like this was a fucking 5th grade project, 6th grade project. You know what I mean? Commit, damn it, commit. You set out to do something. Commit.
Hey, man. You know.
I know. I just strive for greatness at such a high level that it's like everything else is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
I'm my hardest critic on myself too. So
I think no, that's fine. That's fine. But I think I also look at it like, because I'm the type too. Like when I do content. Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. I spent, this piece of content is such and such amount of minutes or an hour long. I spent all this time to do it. Might as well just throw it out there. And
because it's also content. We're trying to give people entertainment. We're trying to make sure that they have interesting things and things keep happening. And we're hoping that we're hitting marks with things. This had a clear intent path. This had an idea. This has a backstory that they had to it already. So it's like, man, how hard is it to get something right that's already right? You know what I mean?
Look at this.
Hey, there we go. I'll bring the camera.
He has a camera.
I'll bring the camera and lighting if I have to, and microphones, or if you got some too, whatever. We can make it all work. Believe me. Set up for different angles and shit.
Yes.
100%. That is a definite thing that I would love to do. Especially after seeing all these, because if I'm gonna talk shit, I want to make sure that I can back it up too. You know what I mean? So I want to put something out, and be like,
and that's why I'm like, the script part I feel like is gonna be the hardest part for me. I know for me. As far as like ideas, I'm great with, but as far as like putting a script, I've never done it. I'm not saying I can't.
Just go look up another script or get a template and just follow that same format and then go from there.
Yeah.
It's just writing out a text string, you know what I mean? Person says this, looks like this. Person says this, looks like this. The atmosphere was ominous with a gray shallow, and then we got to make sure we shoot that into the thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. Just paint the picture with your words. Take your image in your head, make it into words. As many words as you can to give detail, but not too many words to distract from the focus and what is an important shit on the story. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You'll get it.
Hell yeah. I used to write short stories. I loved to write. I was the type. I was a fucking asshole, man. Because like, right, I was the type like in English class, right? You know, where you have to write, where you had a choice to write a short story. You know, you could do the stories and whatever else. What was it? You could do what was it? Like, for what I forgot what story we read, but you could either do like add on to the story. You could do a eulogy for it, and it was like or a newspaper article. I was like, I want to add on to it, and my dumbass handed in like 3 weeks late.
Yeah.
Yo, I still remember this. My teacher gave me a C. She was like, Aaron, this was an excellent paper. Had you handed it on time, this would have been an A. This was all in red ink. I was just like, well, at least I did it, right? But that just goes to show you, like, if I can go back into, let's say middle, I don't know when it starts, but let's just say middle school. I would say even say elementary, but let's just say middle school. And wherever they had drama, like drama classes, I wish I would have did those. Just because I'm looking into it, I'm just like, as much as, even if I never went anywhere with it, but as much as I enjoy film and improv,
absolutely, bro. You don't need the drama classes, or just do it. Just do it until you get better and better and better and better.
I'm just saying, just to have that feel. You know what I mean? Just to have that feel for.
Oh, gotcha.
From school on, like I remember, I was in like what 1 or 2 plays as a kid, and I actually, the funny thing was, like, thinking about it, I actually really enjoyed myself doing it. Like, I wasn't shy, I wasn't scared, and I just never thought of taking it anywhere from. I mean, I was a kid. Again, I was a little kid, so I didn't really think of it as that. But like looking back, I'm like, damn, I kind of wish that. It's one of them things though too, where I feel like, especially at that age, it's like if one of your friends were doing it, then it's like, let me check this out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking like 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade type of age, not, you know what I mean, as far as like when I was in plays and all that shit, and maybe middle school, I don't remember,
bro. But like Jason and Peter said, especially, right, we are in a place that we don't have to wish. We can do.
Yeah, we could just do.
We can just do. Ain't nobody telling us no. Ain't nobody telling us you ain't got time for that, and ain't nobody telling us it's too expensive. It's this, that, and a third.
No, we're just gonna do.
We just do it. We just do it.
Exactly.
We ain't breaking no laws, I don't think, with certain things.
None.
You know, so it's like there ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. Ain't no thing but a chicken wang.
Yeah.
We got this. We'll figure it out, even if it takes us a little bit to make sure that we get it right. I'm happy with that.
Appreciate you, Dadpool. I'll check that out.
Appreciate it.
Is it okay? Oh, actually, Dadpool, I have a question for you with that. Is it a short? And what genre is it? Like, is it horror or is it non-horror? And the reason I'm asking you this is because I'm going to ask you permission for us to play it on a live, like say in the beginning of either a Horror Research 30 episode, if it's horror, or a Popcorn and Pints episode, if it's non-horror.
There you go.
And if it is horror, I'll even play it over on the Scary Snobs too. Again, if with your permission and all that good stuff.
Word.
And just get some more eyes on it, for one. Put your link in the description and all that great stuff, like I always do when I get those shorts, which I do miss getting those. By the way, anybody out there that's doing indie, once this whole Friday the 13th fest is over, on Thursdays, I also will be 5 minutes in horror-ish. Well, hey, if you allow it, I'll play it on a Horror Research 30 episode, man. I definitely will. and on Series Snobs as well. And everybody out there as well, you guys have horror shorts that are half hour or shorter, I'll show it on here. I'll show it on here, and we'll talk about it right after. And those will actually, you know what? Those will be the Thursdays.
There you go.
Those will be played on Thursdays before the indie film review, or sometimes maybe I'll just double up on those, or maybe we'll just review that and have you on for an interview, stuff like that. I'm telling you guys, let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Once this Friday the 13th thing is over, and I got something else fun planned right after that.
Yeah,
it's open season after that. It's open season. And yeah. And the only thing I have planned for holidays as of right now, unless I change my mind, which I probably will because I love doing holiday films, is Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving week, that Tuesday. And I hope to get at least one person, one new person that's never seen either film before that comes on, watches both films, of course, and reviews them both with us. Hell yeah, man. We're glad to have you, man. We're glad. I'm going to watch those movies Friday, actually. I'm going to watch those movies Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
But yes, we're going to have Dadpool on Popcorn and Pints on Saturday, so make sure you guys tune in for that. And Dadpool, I'm going to let you know right now on the live what I'll do, because I still got to send you guys the links, because we pushed the episodes. So I'm going to send everybody the links. I'll send you and Worst Damn the links so you guys can play it on your own streams. So you guys can, so it'll pull on your guys' YouTube channels, whatever you guys want it on.
Yay.
So that way, if you want it on those channels too, it'll pull. So you'll be, that Popcorn and Pints will be on Dadpool's YouTube channel as well. So you guys can go to Dadpool's YouTube channel this Saturday if he wants to do it, and watch him review Tekken 1 and 2 with us over on Popcorn and Pints. And then all the comments pull into right here. So whoever comments on your page or your channel or my channel, everybody can see them, pull them over, pull them up, and all that good stuff like I always do. But yeah, I might as well show you guys what's coming up next, which is Voorhees. This I have high hopes for. I'm excited for. I hate having high hopes for movies, no matter just because, especially horror. Just because it's like if it doesn't hit where you want it to hit, it's like. But I just can't help it. Just the title. I'm sure I've seen a trailer back in the day when I used to watch trailers. The movie cover. Discussions I've heard about it.
Yeah.
How good it was. So I'm like, I got to see this one.
There you go.
I got to see this one.
There you go.
Matter of fact, because we have another episode this week. And this is what's going on. This is either going to be late Friday night. Most likely it's going to be late Friday night. So
nice.
Yeah, but this is going to be Friday the 13th Death Curse. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys what we got left going on for Friday the 13th. Why not, right? The Fall of Camp Blood. That'll be... Actually, that's next Tuesday. That's next week. Peter and Anthony will be back for that, along with the director and another special guest. But I have not watched that yet. I'm not going to watch that till next week. I cannot wait. After that, we have Never Hike Alone, which I have seen this. I haven't seen it in a long time. Excellent film. And then Never Hike in the Snow, which I've never seen before. I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping to see some blood in the snow. Friday the 13th, No Man's Land.
There you go.
And then lastly, which this is on August 1st, which I mentioned before, and this is on August 3rd. You get the whole 13 thing. My Special Boy is what we're ending it off with.
Oh, my special boy. And
then again, big shout out to Chuck Nasty. His book, I did get his book, guys. It did come. It's downstairs, but it did come Saturday. So it came a couple of days early.
Says the Evil Oda?
Supposed to say soda.
Oh.
There's a soda machine somehow in the woods or something.
Nice.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean,
we randomly generate shit.
I just did it. I just picked them. You know what? You know what it was. Deadpool. To be honest, is the way I was picking them was I was trying to make sure that Well, actually, no. Actually, honestly, when I was making the list, I was talking to Peter Anthony about it. And he was like, yeah, I want to be on. Just let me know when. Let me know when. And when I had that conversation with him, I was like, you know what? Let me get him involved in the first few episodes because he's like on it, like not, yo, I'm only available on such and such and such a day. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
pushing it out. He's like, he's pretty much ready then. So then I was like, okay, let me do. I did Roseblood, then the two. Well, no, I did Roseblood first, then another movie, then the Vengeance movies not too long after. But that's pretty much why I did it like that. But in hindsight, yes, yes. And then another thing I was doing too was for my late nights, like that I either do on Friday nights or Saturday nights, which are technically Saturday, Sunday. I try to make those the shorts, just because sometimes we haven't yet actually. Maybe once we do try to game after if we're not too tired. So I'm like, okay, shorter movie, possible shorter episode, then we can game after. And yeah, so we will be going to full length movies again once these fan films are done. But yeah, I kind of do it like that. Another thing too, indie people out there is, so for you guys, for the indie interviews, not for the reviews, not for just the movie reviews. For the movie reviews, they're always going to be on the Thursdays. But for the indie reviews / reviews, if you guys can only make it on a Tuesday and Thursday show, just switch. That's just something I want you guys to know. And also the late night Friday nights, for you guys that are overseas, those are my late nights. Friday nights, maybe some Saturdays, but definitely Friday nights, Saturday nights. Depending on my schedule, most of the time I'm open, but just in case, I can't do it Monday through Thursday, Sunday through Thursday, because that's just not going to work.
Yeah. He can't be live at 10 or I'm sorry, at 3 in the morning so that you can catch him at 8 a.m. for you over in the UK. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm talking like midnight to 1 a.m.
So that's your 5 a.m., 6 a.m. wake up call. Come on, get gruesome with it.
Maybe two. It depends on how awake I am. But after 2, I know I'm gonna be crashing. So after like 2, when it gets like 3, because I also have other stuff to do. I also have another job to do on the weekends and stuff. So I gotta get some sleep, and I have another show on Saturday nights that I gotta be prepared for.
There you go.
So, but yeah, I'm just, like I said before, though, guys, I'm really excited to get back really with this indie stuff and the fan films. And please, guys, if you guys know of any full length features for indie films that we could review, like a full length, like say, what do you want to say, an hour? And let's say an hour or longer. Just to give it that fair kind of. I'll even bump it to, you know what? I'll bump it back to 45 minutes or longer. 45 minutes or longer. Half hour will be shown. Half hour, nice. Half hour and shorter can be shown on here.
Okay.
45 and longer will be on the live. 40 minutes or not non-live. 40 minutes we'll discuss. 40 minutes I may let slide for a live, but yeah, I would like to keep it a half hour and shorter. Just because, again, so we can discuss your guys' film, discuss your guys' project, and interview, do all that fun stuff, which I cannot wait. Again, I got some fun stuff lined up. Me and WORSTDAM got some fun stuff lined up. We've already discussed some stuff. And
did you watch that video yet?
I'm going to right after this.
Lord have mercy.
I'm going to share my screen with you and watch it right after this. Unless you want me to share my screen now, or no, I'll wait because I don't know if it's going to show up the right way. Oh wait, is it going to show up the right way?
Yeah, I don't know. It should. It's YouTube.
Hold up, guys.
So for everybody who's been out there, I've been on kind of this journey, learning the skills, learning editing, learning, getting back to some of my older roots of photography and film. And now it's like, okay, we're getting serious about this. My buddy, he's had equipment and drones and all this stuff. So he's been gracious enough to let me borrow them. But also behind the premises is we're basically moving towards an end goal of some type of service to provide. And I'm basically building portfolio and putting into work now so that makes that easier. So that if you guys need us, if you need anything from us, whether it's editing, photo production and editing, if you need some graphic design work, obviously we got our boy Dreams the Creator, but this is a whole nother situation and we can collab with them in certain things as well if they need be, which I want to, especially on a project like if we're going to be talking a movie type deal. I want as many creatives as I can to help us heighten it. You know what I mean? So with that said, some of the stuff that I've done before was a lot in the car world. And a couple years ago, me and my buddy went out and did a shoot for a local car club. And we did some guerrilla filming. Let's call it guerrilla filming, because it was on highways, it was on byways, and on local streets in the middle of cities. And it was a crazy experience that I will never forget. And I'm sure he won't either, because he was hanging out the back of my Acura while I was holding his ankles, and he's holding on to the gimbal in his camera to get some of these shots. His drone got these aerials, so I remastered this one, chopped it down a little bit, added some pizzazz. I hope you enjoy it.
Loud? No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm good. I'm so stoked, man. Every time I watch this, I get chills.
Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, no stamps. New hoes, 10 toes, new guac, new bands, new whip, new chips, new kicks, Jackie Chan, that she pay. Bad bitch, no bag, I just hit another lick and she be counting in my rest. I be feeling hella rich, no Brian, 100 stack, about to make another hit, God bitch, in my life. Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, no stamps. New hoes, 10 toes, new guac, new bands, new whip, new chips, new kicks, Jackie Chan, that she pay. Bad bitch, no bag, I just hit another lick and she be counting on my rest. And I be feeling hella rich, no Brian, 100 stack, about to make another hit, God bitch, in my life. If she fucking with me, then you know I got it down. I be feeling like a Uzi, got my mind up on the check, foot loose, getting goofy with your hoe, she love me back. I ain't talking ass cash, but that bitch she bought. And I posted out with twin glass, I feel like bitches no face, all they want is squad.
I want to see some night shots.
I had to wait till you see the next one with the colors by the back of like Proctor's and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Bro, we took over State Street. We took over down by the Oleander building. We took over a parking garage over there, like straight up Tokyo Drift this shit, bro. We literally Yeah, like I said, usually we don't do nothing that gets us in trouble. But anyway, so that video was done about 2.5, 3 years ago, and I remastered. I did the color grading on it, I did the chopping on it, I did the audio sync, not using AI or any other tools, but me sitting here doing it individually, making it all work, adding the filters, adding the verbiage, taking the fucking music and making them blend and all that shit. Every single detail on it. The craziest thing at all, man, I got almost 55, 60 hours into that one fucking edit. I spent almost 4 days on it, like 10 to 12, 13 hours every single day. I spent 16 hours on it on one day, and I had to just stop because I was like, the songs, everything, it's getting to me. I'm listening to it over and over. I'm looking at it the same. My eyes starting to blur, so I had to just walk away. But I got almost 55, 60 hours into that edit right there from just, and I chopped out like 1.5 minutes of it and made it kind of, dance. You know what I mean? I just had it like choreographing. You know what I mean? I'm super excited because I'm putting it out there. We already submitted it to someone as a possibility through our name in the hat to maybe be somebody's social media and content creator for them, manager. So, and they're a pretty big name. So if you know Discovery, if you like cars and you like racing, you might see my name somewhere in credits, or you might see me at a racetrack near you, or you might see me at a no prep event, or you might see me in Mexico, as we call it.
So you may see him go home.
No.
I had you.
But yeah, I was thinking about it too. That's why I hesitated at first when I was about to say you might see me in Mexico.
He's not mature enough to skip that.
But I'm super excited because even if that doesn't work out, I know it's super good. And I know I can even get better. And that's only with me learning these programs, doing this, and getting back into it after 1 year. I already know I'm on to something. I just need to now refine and get myself to a point where I'm confident in saying it's damn near perfect. And I feel like this was as close as it's going to get right now for me because I poured everything into this. Everything. And I'm excited to do it again. I don't even care. I'm like 60 hours. Okay, give me something that's going to take me 200. Give me something that's going to take me 6 months. Let's do a movie. Fuck it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed that because there's more stuff to come. There's a few other videos on the YouTube channel as well. So make sure you go check out those playlists. Hit the bell. You know when all this new shit's going to start dropping.
Yeah, that's a point. Make sure you go over to horrorsearch30.com and check out all my links. All that good stuff is right there. And if you're not in the Horror Search 30 group, make sure you join it. Just search for it. I believe you could find it. It is private now because of the whole stupidity with Facebook deleting it before, so I kept it private this time. And you got to join it to see what's going on in there. Not much yet, but get in there and help. Make some noise in there. Have some fun in there. There is some new rules as far as like posting your own content. Yes, you can do it, but that's going to be on a certain day, so it's not flooded with just that. To where people can come in there and have a conversation and stuff. What I am going to do is have it posted on a day. I'll have a post. Yeah. And right in the post, drop right in the comments. You drop your content in those comments. That post will be pinned to the top, locked to the top with the other things that are locked up there. Featured content for the week, and then it'll cycle out every week. Whatever day I decide, it'll cycle out every once a week.
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, you're coming to the channel, you're coming to his page because you want to see him in this content. We don't mind self-promotion. We don't mind, embracing you and helping uplift you as well. But there's a time and a place for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and now you got a spot for it directly on the page.
So what I want, because I have my Horror Search 30 page, which is all sturdy, but then what I want for the group mainly is like just horror conversation. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you have it to where...
Yeah, the context has to be in the nature of the page. I mean, it's a simple concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Horror conversations.
You don't go to like My Little Pony fan club and start talking about Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. No, what I mean.
I'm explaining to them. I'm explaining to them like the reasoning behind shit. You know what I mean?
I checked. I was getting ready to watch it, but I ended up having to do something else. But I do want to see that because that shit looks interesting. Ooh. I appreciate you posting that in the group. But what I meant by that was just more stuff like that, fan films, other things, but not your own stuff. Just flooding it. It's like starting conversations. Yeah, fun conversations, horror movies, memes. I love that stuff.
Yep. And that's good. That's exactly what it should be because you're building a community around the likeness of this genre, of this movie, you know what I mean, of these types of movies. So stick to the direction, folks. Stick to the context, know your audience and where you are. I'm not going to go in there being like, hey, come watch me play Jeopardy. Or, hey, guys, check out this new video of me practicing guitar. Unless the guitar is through me and blood's coming out of me, I'm not posting it. You know what I mean?
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting.
But
it'd be interesting.
If you want to be able to do that and you're a content creator, you can also go and join the Z Network. And you can also go and help share all of your content and other people's content all over that to not only just us as creators, but other creators and other like-minded individuals that just like to come follow people who are creators.
That's what the Z Network Facebook group is just for creators. Just for drop your content in there, flood it with content. That's basically all we use that group for, is flooding it with content. And that way people, when they want to see it, they have a shit ton of content to go look at. But with the Horror Search 30 group, I want to keep it strictly horror. Like I said, you guys can drop that on certain posts. I want to have certain posts, which I got to get back to it, the automatic post dropping and all that. But all that for what movies you watched this past week, movie of the month, all that stuff, just to have some more fun. But also post in there, what movie you saw this week, just in the middle of the week if you want.
Yeah.
I'm at the movies right now, like stuff like that. I don't mind that type of self promotion because it's like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I went and saw this. I will say this: no spoilers in the group, please.
Yeah, if there's a new movie that you went and watched, it's fine for you to share that you watched it, but just don't ruin the plots, don't ruin the endings, don't ruin, the best parts of the movie. Sacrilege.
Matter of fact, I'll say this. Yeah, no, you know what? Never mind. No spoilers in the group, please.
Yeah.
Unless there's a post where I have something where Horror with Search 30 creates a post that says, this is a spoiler post for such and such a film. Spoil away. But even then, I know I do a spoiler podcast, but you guys are pre-warned on that. Sometimes the comments and stuff are hard to overlook. That's why I don't really want spoilers in the group like that. Just because I don't want to ruin it for others that want to see these films, that have never seen them. I don't care what year they came out. But, yeah. Gonna wrap this one up, though, people. I'm a little hungry. I'm a little tired. More hungry than tired. But I hope you guys have an amazing night. Make sure you guys tune in, watch some more horror. Please watch some more horror. Enjoy horror. Get your friends into horror, your family, your coworkers, your friends. Again, more friends. People you don't like, people you love, people you hate, your kids. Everybody should be into horror. It's such a beautiful, creative art. And it's nothing you should be afraid of. You don't have to watch the crazy shit I watch. You can watch the calmer stuff. You can watch the calmer stuff. Goosebumps counts. Are You Afraid of the Dark counts. I'm not one of those ones that's going to say, Scooby-Doo counts. Shit. Scooby-Doo counts.
Technically, it is a horror series.
If you're into that kind of stuff, that counts. Keep it alive. Keep horror alive. Hope you guys have an amazing night. I'll see you in your nightmares. Make sure you guys check out Worst Damn Gamer. Make sure you guys check out the Z Network. Make sure you guys check out Smarknado. They just have a new logo. They got a new logo. Check out Scary Snobs. Check out 3 Geeks Podcast. Check out Horror Search 30. Check out Dadpool. And again, join the Horror Search 30 group. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.